Hello YouTube and welcome to my channel, Foster Parenting Made Easy. Today we're going to talk about building rapport. So this is necessary, especially when you get a new placement. It's really important that when kids come to your home that they feel welcome. So when you greet them at the door, here is what my routine is. And I will tell you that I get kids that come from a variety of backgrounds. Most of the children that have been placed in my home have been white children. So even when they're placed with me and they don't look anything like me, I've had Hispanic kids, I've had Asian children, I've had mixed race kids, and I've had other African American kids, and I too am African American. But I have a multicultural home where I cook foods from all kinds of cultures. My favorite is Asian food. I cook a lot of Thai food here. But I also make some Mexican dishes. I do some Italian stuff, and I'm vegan. So that's interesting. The kids usually love my food, even though I'm vegan, and I usually feed them a mostly organic um, meal because I'm concerned about the food here in the United States and not feeding them genetically modified foods, not giving them processed food. But when the kids come to my house, when you're talking to kids, they're different than adults. Adults can't handle all that upbeat, hey, Jimmy, it's so nice to meet you. You don't greet adults like that, but kids feel really good. Hey, Jimmy, it's nice to meet you. I've been waiting for you to come. That's great. And they come in. I miss Yvette, when they come into the house, you invite them into your home, you have a seat. So usually they come with a caseworker or somebody bringing them, and that individual will be there for the handoff, and there's usually an exchange of information. Some of the children come with medication. Some of them have some special things that they have that are with them that is brought to your attention, that it's important to the child or of value to the child. So you want to make sure that you make note of that. I always have a pen and pad because when the child comes, I want to talk to them about things that are special to them. And so a lot of times I'll ask them about the kinds of things they like to eat, things they don't like to eat. I'll ask them about activities. Well, I'll explain to them, well, we have a few other kids that live here in the home and you'll get to meet them. Everybody's pretty active here, so we do lots of activities. So, I hope you like to do stuff, but I would already know that the kid likes to be active. I would have already talked to the case manager or worker and got that information. So when they come to my house, it's like, oh yeah, they love swimming, this and that. So I'll bring up the stuff that we do. So whatever you do, don't say that you do activities that don't exist. So if you never go horseback riding and you never take the kids horseback riding, don't say that. I happen to have lots of activities that I do with my children. I travel with my kids. I take them on vacation. We do swimming. They have bicycles. They have skateboards here. There's tennis rackets. There's badminton. There's frisbees, roller skates. We go roller skating, trampoline. So I'll name some of the stuff, the arcade. I'll bring up some of that stuff, and we have game systems here. So I'll say that to the kid, and as I'm talking, they get excited and said, and actually, after we get your stuff unpacked, we're going to go celebrate you're here. So I hope you like ice cream. And if you're going to do ice cream, make sure you have a vegan alternative at the place that you're going, because some kids are smart enough not to eat animal. And when I say smart enough not to eat animal, is because everybody that's eating animal, you're going to find that that's why you have sickness and disease in your body. The animals that are going to slaughter are also sick. So I take pride in feeding them the way that I feed myself. I want them to be healthy, and I am healthy. So there are some kids, like I said, they are vegan. So have a vegan option. And the kid that is new to the house, that's the kid and the only kid that gets to have sprinkles when we go get ice cream. And so boy, do they feel special. I had one child move in and he was returned back to his home. And then he was getting placed in foster care again. He went home talking about how neat Miss Yvette's house was. And when you move in, she takes you to ice cream and celebrate. They got hurt. Him and his brother got returned back to foster care and they were placed in my home. So the little brother, who was 8 years old, and the older brother was 10, when the 8-year-old came in, I already know about your house. You guys do a lot of stuff and you have a lot of fun. And I know I get to go out to ice cream. And he was exactly right. We celebrated the two again, even the older brother. We celebrated him because he was coming back into the house. But boy, did I have a great time with those kids. I love children. And I will tell you, when I talk back to my kids and I find out later, I've always asked kids, I said, can you tell if someone is a good foster parent or not? And they'll say, yeah. I said, well, how do you know? Do you know when you get to the door, like when you first meet them? Yeah, you can tell when you first meet them who's going to be good foster parent. They can feel it and sense it. So I'm telling you, if you really don't like kids, you might not want to be a child foster provider. But if you love kids, you need to let that show through, and they'll know that. Okay, so we'll explore another topic next time, but hopefully these are things that'll help you because it works even if you have kids in therapeutic care, if you have regular DHS, or I don't know if it's DHS everywhere else, it's Department of Human Services for us, but whatever the agency is that places kids with you, sometimes they have difficulty. All of them need to feel loved, need to feel like they were wanted, and that they're welcome to your home. And so I do a very good job of building rapport with my children, and you can do the same. But just make sure that you keep your promise and they do get the activities, because activities are important to kids. And give them allowance. That also helps build rapport. Sometimes they want to buy things that they want. Okay, maybe they might feel like having ice cream for the day or going and getting themselves a treat. Make it so that they can do that. It's not really that expensive. I had a house full of kids. We had like 6 kids. I'd take them to the dollar store and let them all spend $1, and they were so excited about that dollar. But it was because they worked hard in the house and they got their allowance, and they knew they were getting allowance for keeping their rooms clean, for going to school, getting there on time, and being respectful. So those are the things that we reward here. And I'm not paying them to be great. They're children, and it's expected of them. But guess what? When they do it, I'd like to do something nice for them. Okay, so until next time, I did go over on this topic because we're going to start getting into areas that you're going to need more information, and I need to spend more time talking to you. Okay, so hopefully you'll subscribe and hear more of the videos on how to be a good foster parent and how to do it easy. It's not hard. Okay, all right, take care. Bye bye.